Welcome everybody to the 2023 Finance for the Future Awards. We are now live streaming the ceremony.
My name is Sebastian Canero, and I'm co-founder and CEO of Solus Capital.
Hi, I'm Virginia Alcina, and I'm Chief Sustainability Officer of ICAEW.
Hi, I'm Alison Taylor. I'm the Chief Sustainability Officer for ADM.
I am Bertrand Milot, Head of Sustainability at CDPQ.
So my name is João Zoca. I'm the Director for Controlling and FP&A at Suzano.
Corin Millet. I'm the Head of Socially Responsible Banking at Teachers Mutual Bank Limited in Australia.
I'm Andrew Gamwell. I'm an Investor Relations Director at Schneider Electric.
The Finance for the Future Awards are really important because it adds credibility to what we're doing. It promotes sustainable financial decision-making and long-term strategy.
Plays a pivotal role in the corporate world's journey towards sustainability.
Sets the pace for all the leaders in the finance world on sustainability and ESG.
Hi, I'm Christian Heller. I am the CEO of the Value Balancing Alliance.
I'm Roisin Booth, and I lead on climate reporting and controls at NatWest Group.
My name is Alexandro, and I am Group CFO of Itaú Unibanco in Brazil.
Hi, I'm Peter Owen. I'm Director of Fixed Income and Head of the Food and Land Use Programme at Planet Tracker.
Hi, I'm Steve Waygood. I'm the Chief Responsible Investment Officer at Aviva Investors.
Hi, I'm Mike Parr, and I'm the Head of Corporate Finance at the Crown Estate.
I'm Shabnam Wazet, founder and CEO of Agam International.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Grabsky, and I'm the SSE Academy Head.
Hi, I'm Sam Duncan, founder and CEO of NetPurpose.
Finance for the Future helps a lot.
It helps tech companies like ours to gain more traction because it gives us a validation.
A framework of what is important.
I think it really helps companies realize that this is no longer a niche topic.
My name is Gabriela Berto, and I'm the Head of Sustainability at Santander Brazil.
Hi everyone, I'm Viola Lutz, Senior Director for Climate Strategy at Moody's Analytics.
Hello, I'm Peter Easton. I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Accountability in a Sustainable World Quarterly.
Hi, I'm Ishani Chandrasekhar. I'm a Program Director for the Flying Start.
So hi, I'm Joanna Recura, the Vice President of Sustainability Reporting in Schneider Electric for 1 year now.
Hi, I'm Jacob Alvarevilla from Metro Pacific Investments Corporation.
Dealing with our stakeholders and putting ourselves out there with our commitments is really important. And the Finance for the Future, raising such issues on a global scale and with important companies is one way of getting our message across.
Finance functions have unique positions in their businesses to really influence and change how value is created and environmental and social change is delivered. And the Finance of the Future has been an extraordinary catalyst and a great convener that particular driver throughout different industries and different sectors.
Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you here in London and everyone joining us virtually. I'm Juliette Mann, and I'm delighted to be hosting the Finance for the Future Awards ceremony. Now, we're joined online by some of the finalists who we will be able to talk to during the ceremony. And the evening is being streamed live across the world. Now, if you'd like to follow the event on social media, or if you'd like to join the conversation, then please use the hashtag that's right on the screen now. The Finance for the Future Awards were established to highlight that financial leadership is key to creating resilient, sustainable business models. Now it's in 11th year. The awards is a partnership between ICAEW, A4S and Deloitte. And it aims to recognise and share examples by individuals, projects and organisations that are leading the way. Now, the work that all our finalists are doing is critical, contributing to a necessary change in the way we do business and how our economies recognise success. Well, tonight, we're celebrating 23 finalists from 9 different countries, including Australia, the Philippines, Brazil, the United States, Canada, Switzerland and Germany. And we are delighted that so many of our international finalists can join us virtually and in person this evening. The 5 categories that will be featured tonight are communicating integrated thinking, driving change in the finance community, moving financial markets for small and medium organisations, moving financial markets for large organisations, and embedding an integrated approach. And on top of that, we're going to be recognising entries from across all 5 categories that demonstrate leadership in climate. And new for this year, we're also looking at leadership in social impact and nature and biodiversity. Now, when we announce each winner, we'll say a few words on why they won, and then we're going to invite the winner to the stage, or screen, if joining virtually, to say a few words. But please keep your thank you to no longer than 10 seconds. Now, in some categories, the judges have given a highly commended as a close runner-up to the winner. The highly commended will be asked to come on stage or screen, but in the interest of time, will not be asked to speak. Now, tonight's ceremony is taking place here at Mansion House in London, so I would now like to invite the Right Honourable, the Lord Mayor of London, Alderman Nicholas Lyons, to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and good evening. A very warm welcome to Mansion House, to all those who are here and those who are also watching online. And thank you to ICAEW, A4S and Deloitte for organising this ceremony. Now, the City of London Corporation is delighted that you are here holding the Finance for the Future Awards. All of us are excited to hear and learn more about the excellent work being done by the finalists. And these awards celebrate organisations and individuals who are bringing sustainability into financial decision-making, a priority which is important for the City of London and which is essential for all of us. And these awards remind us of the influence that the entire finance and accounting profession, from major asset owners on one hand to accountants in practice, the impact that they can have in achieving a sustainable future. Sustainability is an essential aspect of my mayoral theme, financing our future, distinct from these awards, but with some very similar aims, one of which is to anchor the UK as world leader in sustainable finance. The City of London Corporation is committed to making the UK a one-stop shop for green finance and transition finance, the go-to partner for companies and countries who are looking for capital and expertise to help them meet their sustainability goals. I'm sure that everyone in this room and everyone watching online will draw inspiration from this evening's finalists, so we can all take action and bring about the changes required at the scale and the pace that we need to build an economy that has the protection of the planet, its people, and their prosperity at its heart. So may I wish the very best of luck to all finalists, and I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, the Right Honourable, the Lord Mayor of London, Alderman Nicholas Lyons, for that warm welcome. Now I'd now like to invite Joe Allenson, the Executive Vice President of Finance, ESG at Salesforce and Head Judge for the awards in 2023, to the stage.
Thank you, Juliet. Well, good evening, everyone. I am absolutely delighted to be here tonight. And I'm so honored and thrilled to have served as this year's head judge. I wanted to first of all acknowledge and express my deepest gratitude to the other judges. I was certainly inspired by their talents, their experiences, and their passion. To be among them was nothing short of a word that I usually say in San Francisco, and that is, they are awesome. I've been involved with the Finance for the Future Awards program now for 5 years. In 2018, Salesforce was named the winner of the Communicating and Integrated Thinking category. And in 2021, we were recognized as Climate Leader. In the years where Salesforce did not submit an entry, I had the privilege to serve among one of the judges. So it's fair to say that the Finance for the Future Awards program and what the awards stand for mean a tremendous amount to me. Winning both awards, particularly the Climate Leader Award in 2021, gave me the same rush and an excitement as when Salesforce went public in 2004. Winning those awards was a massive validation of the work we had been doing to reach net zero residual emissions and the strategic and critical role that our finance team had played in making that happen. It was more inspiration to do even more, to go further, to go faster. We are all on this journey. Sadly, we cannot say that there is a finish line. The important thing is to be making progress. Even the smallest steps can lead to positive benefits. At Salesforce, we believe that our greatest impact is going to be through our customers and through our partners. To lead by example is paramount to us, as well as creating a ripple effect to encourage others to take similar action and to accelerate that action. We have all come to realize that businesses are the greatest platform for change. We also know that businesses can do both well financially and do good for society and the planet. There are plenty examples of businesses that are doing that. But it all starts off with taking the first step into a new way of thinking and a new way of operating. Every single organization that was shortlisted has set an example of how we can combine commercial success and sustainable impact. At Salesforce, we refer to all 23 who were shortlisted we refer to them as trailblazers, setting the language and the template for others to follow. It has been a genuine pleasure to learn about each of your stories. The level of work and innovation that you've put into furthering your climate, nature, and societal goals was clearly evident and incredibly impressive. I do want to just digress for a quick moment, if you could please, and also acknowledge and thank the businesses that entered the awards program but were unfortunately not shortlisted. Thank you for sharing your stories. The pride in what you have accomplished was clearly apparent, and we hope that the experience and learnings will inspire you to achieve even more in the future. And we're anxious to hear from you again in the future. The Finance for the Future Awards program is first and foremost about finance and finance's contributions, which is one of the reasons why these awards are so special to me. There are a great number of companies that have sustainability stories, but it is the role of the finance function in making a difference, and that is the focus for tonight. Finance has a material part to play in meeting our aspirations and our ambitions and addressing the challenges for a sustainable future. As I like to sometimes say, and I would say I'm also biased in this, finance is going to save the planet. Despite some of the gloomy forecasts for the future that we have read and heard about, there's still enough reason to believe that change is possible and that our finalists tonight give us true substance to those beliefs. If that's not worth celebrating, I don't know what is. With that, thank you, and please enjoy the rest of tonight's program.
Thank you, Joe. We'll now move on to the bit you've all been waiting for, the awards. I think we can do better than that. The awards! Come on, London. The first category tonight is Communicated Integrated Thinking. Now, this award recognises organisations that are practising authentic integrated thinking and are communicating this to their providers of financial capital. So let's hear more about the finalists in this category and watch a short overview of their entries.
As a judge, each year I'm inspired by the finalists and what they bring to communicate integrated thinking, and by doing so, the benefits this affords the providers of financial capital.
I think there are many benefits of communicating our integrated approach to investors and other stakeholders, the main one being show how sustainability is embedded in your business model, in your business practice, how that is important in the long term in the sustainability of your business, and how that coordinates with the other initiatives that you have. It's important to know that this is not a compliance exercise. It's not only to fulfill regulatory demands. That's important, actually, to maintain the sustainability and the resilience of your results.
So at NPIC, our holistic and end-to-end approach on EESG, again, that's economic plus ESG, shows our integrated thinking and ways of doing, which in turn trumpets how we create value to our stakeholders that's transparent, authentic, and easy to understand. Also, our being able to communicate what we do on an integrated and full suite EESG balanced scorecard approach allow us to tell our story and the impact of the things that we do as stewards of financial, natural, human, and social capitals that have been entrusted to us in running our businesses.
Our finance team has continued to drive the development, integration, and expansion of our climate transition plan, continue to refine and enhance our climate and ESG reporting and controls, and worked closely with our treasury teams on innovative GSS bond issuances and reporting.
So at Schneider Electric, our corporate purpose is to bridge progress and sustainability for all. And as part of that, it's very important that we communicate our integrated approach to our investors. First and foremost, to make clear that we have embedded a full spectrum of ESG risks into our enterprise risk management framework. The transparency around communicating that and indeed setting our own targets for what we wish to achieve is an important way that we drive trust with investors.
I applaud the progress that companies have made and keep making to communicate integrated thinking, with the bar only getting higher each year.
Put your hands together for Karina Litvak, the Board Director at Turner SPA. She's here to present this next award.
Good. Well, thank you very, very much. I'm a little bit senile, so I also forgot, so the suspense is killing me. Who's going to win? The winner. The judges were impressed with how this organization had further embedded purpose within decision-making, continued the clarity and transparency of communications, as well as the overall commitment to addressing and highlighting systemic challenges faced. The depth of knowledge, overall leadership, and ambition of the finance team was clear. The adoption of an education and enabling approach from board to customers and within a broad range of communications was also a highlight. I am delighted to announce that the winner is NatWest Group. Congratulations.
Come back quickly just to photograph together. We'll do that quickly, and then, of course, congratulations, and you can say a few words, only 10 seconds. I don't want to alarm anyone, but there is a trap door if you go over the 10 seconds.
I'll be quick, this doesn't count. Thank you so much to Finance for the Future, the judges, our CFO at NatWest Group, and the Climate as Purpose team who work really hard to make this possible. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your win, NatWest. Our next category is driving change in the finance community. Now, this award recognises the contribution of individuals, of organisations or joint entrants in driving action to integrate sustainability through education, through training and academia. Entries can be self-nominated or nominated by a third party and must be relevant to the wider accounting or finance community. Let's meet the finalists.
This year it's my pleasure to be a judge
at the Finance for Future Awards, in particular in the category of driving change in the finance community. And we saw some very outstanding candidates for that award this year, so it was an absolute pleasure to be judging the awards this year.
It's communication. The real focus is on communication. So this is communication among people within the universities, among non-academics that are interested in sustainability, and in particular, conversation between those two groups so that the academics can learn from the people that are actually doing it, so to speak, and vice versa.
The key thing from a financial institution's perspective is they spend their days looking at data, they spend their days thinking about the future. So what we do is we take data from other sources that they probably haven't spent time examining, academic reports and other sorts of information sources like that. We convert that information, we analyse it for them, we change it into investment-relevant analysis and conclusions.
We focus on social sustainability. We make sure that our university opens doors for opportunities for students that join from socially disadvantaged backgrounds. We support them to build social capital. We make sure through our delivery of education, we give them opportunities to network. Those students join from working class backgrounds to have the opportunity to meet with people from the industry and the profession.
Well, we're really driving change through education. So we've been working a long time with stock exchanges to help them understand sustainability-related topics. And what we realized in doing that is when companies, people in general, don't understand a topic, they're usually quite hesitant to jump in or even put any resources into it.
The project we are running at the Value Balancing Alliance, together with our partner, the International Foundation for Value and Impacts, is that we are developing and testing an impact accounting methodology. Based on the implementation, this will generate data for the corporates, for internal management accounting and disclosure, which are much more meaningful and much more easy to access for the financial market.
The finance community has a very important role to play. It's not just policies that make a difference, it's the finance community as well. Capital markets will be providing the capital for driving this change. And so it's critical that we have actors that are mobilizing at scale. And so we certainly saw that in this category.
Come on up, Joanne. To present this award, please welcome Joanne Beatty, who's the Director of Engagement at EOS at Federated Hermes, and she's been one of the judges for these awards.
Good evening, everyone. We have our highly commended. The judges were impressed with the global reach of this entry, using the convening power of stock exchanges to access emerging markets and focusing on the bespoke needs of the market. I'm delighted to announce that the highly commended in this category is the UN Sustainable Stock Exchanges Initiative.
Big congratulations to the UN Sustainable Stock Exchange Initiative. Now, Joanne, who is the winner of this category?
This organisation's comprehensive approach to tackling a notoriously difficult area caught the judges' attention. Connecting high-quality, in-depth academic research with decision-makers and presenting this research in ways that are meaningful to market participants allows for the leveraging of financial markets, using investors as a catalyst for change. I'm delighted to announce the winner is Planet Tracker.
Congratulations, Planet Tracker. A few words, I think, are in order.
10 seconds is enough to say thank you to all the people I need to thank, but Finance for the Future is one of them, all the team that work at Planet Tracker, and Peter Elwin, who wrote the report, and my mother. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Many, many congratulations on your win. Now let's move to the third award of the evening, which is Moving Financial Markets for Small and Medium-Sized Organisations. Now, this award recognises small and medium-sized funds, projects and initiatives that have investment activities, products and services that demonstrate ambition to build a more sustainable financial system. Here's an overview of the finalists.
The World Bank estimates that SMEs represent about 90% of businesses and more than 50% of employment worldwide, and hence the potential for them to help move financial markets is undeniable.
Our technology is driven by artificial intelligence that harnesses the power of alternative data to create credit scores for people who have never been banked before. By that we mean not only people as individuals, but small businesses as well.
When we think about moving financial markets, we're really talking about mobilizing trillions of dollars to invest more sustainably. NetPurpose supports investors to really quantify what is and is not sustainable in their portfolios and in the broader index, so they can mobilize more money and launch more sustainable and impact funds to help achieve sustainable development goals.
Solas Capital is a specialized investment advisor in the field of energy efficiency and decentralized renewable energy generation. And through our Solar Sustainable Energy Fund, we are making small-scale assets investable for institutional capital. So it's a hugely underdeveloped market in that sense for institutional investors. And we are essentially bridging the gap between the financing needs on the project side with the requirements of institutional capital.
This year's winner demonstrated very well how an SME can punch way above its weight in really helping or providing the opportunity for billions of dollars of investment to go in the direction of really contributing and not just to sort of sustainable outputs or outcomes, but actual sustainable development impacts.
To present this award, please welcome one of the judges, Dr. Carol Bell, co-founder of Chapter Zero.
Well, what a category to be a judge in. It was fascinating. The judges commented on the winning organisation's focus on impact rather than outcomes and outputs. It was able to demonstrate real clarity of purpose through demonstrable growth in its own business, being proof of the influence it has on financial markets and the movement of capital across the different leadership themes of climate, social impact, and nature and biodiversity. I'm very pleased to say the winner is NetPurpose.
Congratulations. Would you like to say a few words, Samantha?
Yes, in 10 seconds. Thank you so much to the judges and this entire awards for giving us this visibility. Shout out to our clients who are allocating over $100 billion towards sustainable and impact funds, and then to our team who work really, really hard every day to make this possible. Thank you.
Huge congratulations again to NetPurpose. Wow. I'm sure you'll agree that so far we've heard some really inspirational and some very practical examples already this evening. I'd now like to invite Jessica Fries, Executive Chair of A4S, and Michael Itzer, who's the Chief Executive of ICAEW, to the stage.
Thank you, and a huge welcome from me personally and from A4S.
It's a real pleasure to hear some of those little bites of inspiration from the winners so far and all of the finalists, and just a huge congratulations to everyone. Michael, we've partnered to set up the Finance for the Future Awards quite a few years ago, but even longer ago you started out as CEO of ICAEW. This is your last year. You've been involved in A4S for almost all of its, or if not all of its 20 years, nearly 20 years of existence since His Majesty the King first established A4S. I'd like to just roll the clock back and ask you, from your perspective, what has been the biggest step forward in terms of the progress that you've seen over that period?
Jessica, thank you, and good evening. And Lord Mayor, thank you very much for allowing us to host this reception here tonight. It's very much appreciated. So, I think, Jessica, the answer to that question is probably not the one that many people might expect. It isn't frameworks, it isn't standards, it isn't better reporting, it isn't better assurance. It's actually leadership. And it's the leadership that the finance community have shown right from the start, but the leadership that we recognise through these awards. Now, it doesn't matter what level you are in an organisation, because leadership is at a department level, it's at a director level, it's leading perhaps from the board. Leadership demonstrates itself in many different ways, but without that leadership, we wouldn't have been able to make the progress that we've made today. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot more to do. But if you think of how far we've come, since then the Prince of Wales, now King Charles, actually gave that challenge to the profession, I think we've moved mountains.
Maybe looking forward, where, as you say, we've made progress, but not enough. And the trajectory that we're on currently is a hugely unsustainable one. So what really gives you that hope for the future, and where do you see the profession rising to that challenge that we face over the decade ahead?
So first of all, I am an optimist, and I think that this profession are problem solvers, and this is the biggest problem that mankind has ever faced. But the hope I've got for the future is in the young people who are coming into the profession. Now, why do I say that? Because over the past 10 years, we have noticed that young people coming into the profession have been more questioning, more probing than ever before as to what's this all about? What's the purpose? And one of the things that really connects with them is that this profession, to coin a phrase, is going to save the world. Because whether it's measuring and then making better business decisions, whether it's reporting and explaining how capital has been allocated, or whether it's assurance so that people know that people are actually doing what it says on the tin and there isn't greenwashing, our profession underpins that. And the young people are coming into this profession, certainly to the ICAEW, in greater numbers than ever before. I mean, it's no coincidence that the vision statement of the ICAEW is that ICAEW chartered accountants enable a world of sustainable economies. So for a profession to put that up front and centre as its vision statement, I think is a real statement of intent.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Jessica. We're now going to move on to our fourth award of the evening, Embedding an Integrated Approach. Now, this award recognises organisations where sustainability is embedded in the overall strategy and decision-making processes. The award recognises finance teams that play a critical role in delivering this. Let's learn more about the finalists in this category.
embedding integrated thinking category this year, there were an incredibly strong set of finalists. But what it came down to in the end was how finance are really helping the business embed sustainable thinking throughout the organisation, and also how the organisations are really trying to drive systemic change.
So our integrated approach is essential to create more and more opportunity. Our sustainability department, which I lead, has subject matter experts, very passionate people. But for us to integrate sustainability throughout such a diverse organization, we really have to have leadership from the top, passion throughout the company, and that's how we find differentiation and also opportunity.
Our integrated approach to sustainability is not just us by doing the right thing for the environment and society, it also aligns perfectly with our financial objectives. So by embedding the sustainability into the core of our operations and involving everyone at the business, from the strategy department to legal, risk, operations, and sustainability, we've realized also that the financial benefits that have a direct impact on the bottom line.
Our finance team leads the development and integration of our climate transition plan, our SBTI validation process, our external disclosures, and our control environment. And we were the first UK bank and one of the largest banks globally to have science-based targets validated by the SBTI. And these targets underpin the initial iteration of our climate transition plan, which we published in February 2023.
So at Schneider Electric, we pride ourselves on being an impact company because sustainability not only informs what we do, but also drives corporate decision making. And sustainability is really at the core of everything we do, in line with our purpose, which says to empower all to make the most of our energy and resources, bridging progress and sustainability for all.
As we say in Suzano, sustainability is part of our strategy, and our financial department is fully linked now in supporting that strategy. Some examples of positive financial outcomes is the issuing of our funding, which is almost 40% related to sustainability indexes, and that's something that we are proud of. It's very positive. And we also, whenever we evaluate new projects, for the growth of the company or for improving our operations, ESG and sustainability is also taken into account.
The finance function in our business has a unique role. We were key from commercial finance in establishing the value creation framework, the tools and methodologies for the decision making, and rolling it out across our relatively large and complex business. We continue to be the custodians. We're very clear there's a lot of refinement to be done on the value creation framework as our entire industry and our planet deals with these challenges, particularly in environmental and social value. And very finally, we have a clear and robust role in the quality of decision making and the quality of our governance regime to make sure that decisions are made to optimise the value we create in environmental and social space.
The great thing about being a judge in this category is the inspiration that I get from other businesses that I can take back to Britvic. Congratulations to all of the finalists and to our winners.
I'd like to invite Sarah Webster up on the stage now. She's the category judge and director of sustainable business at Britvic, and she's going to present this award. Now, but Sarah, there's a highly commended, isn't there, for this category?
There is. There's a highly commended because there was such a strong field. So for our highly commended, it was clear to the judges that sustainability is integral to both day-to-day decision-making and long-term strategic thinking, with the finance team acting as a leader, proactively thinking through the mechanisms and tools it could use to drive change and putting these into action. So I am very pleased to announce that the highly commended award goes to the Crown Estate.
an incredible win for your team there. Sarah, could you please announce tonight's winner?
Okay, so the winner, led by finance, the judges recognised that this organisation has made a big step forward in the last year by integrating its climate transition plan into the financial planning process, recognising the need for a holistic approach and looking beyond individual sectors to whole systems and how they interact, and how the organisation can address those systemic barriers to change. I am delighted to announce that the winner is NatWest Group.
Huge congratulations to NatWest Group. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I just want to thank the judges, Finance for the Future again, and the Climate and Purpose team. Thank you again. It's great to be here, back again, the second time the same evening. Thank you.
Congratulations again to NatWest. Now, the next award category is Moving Financial Markets for Large Organisations. And this award recognises large organisations that have investment activities, products and services that demonstrate ambition to build a more sustainable financial system. To learn more about the finalists in this category, here's an overview.
This year, the judges were looking for authenticity and evidence of impact and influence from the candidates in the category. And all the candidates impressed the judges in these dimensions from their submissions and their presentations on the day.
Aviva Investors is trying to move financial markets by using our voice and by using our capital and by engaging with our clients so that they can see how their voice and their capital is used to affect change. Some examples. Over the last 20 years, we've helped build the UN Principles for Responsible Investment. We catalysed the World Benchmarking Alliance and the Sustainable Stock Exchange Initiative. We also encouraged the Bank of England back in 2012 to produce the Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosure, which I've served on since 2015.
Well, CDPQ started in the climate sphere in 2016, considering investment opportunities and risk mitigation. In 2017, we announced targets covering the whole portfolio to invest in green, to decarbonize the portfolio, to take climate into account in all investment decisions, and to influence, to advocate both corporates but also fellow investors and governments.
Moody's provides a range of sustainability and climate capabilities. Rigorous analysis and transparent methodologies are at the very core of our capabilities, as you would expect from Moody's, of course. Crucially, though, we go several steps further. 1, we quantify financial impact and focus on decision usefulness. 2, we bring those metrics into the workflow of our clients. That means bringing decision useful analytics right to the point where the decisions are actually made. So how does Moody's move financial markets? By enabling better decisions.
Santander Brazil has over 20 years of experience working in sustainability. What we have been doing the past 18 months is accelerate how we have been delivering sustainability to the market. So we have reorganized all our governance to work in sustainability as a business domain, which means that whatever delivers sustainability at the bank, be the commercial areas, sustainability or risk or any other areas, we work together to deliver more impact to the community, our clients, and the society we're in.
Well, we're the number one bank in Australia for responsible investment, and we're leading in a number of areas on ESG. And I think as a modest mutual bank, we set the pace for the banking industry. There's 140 banks worth $6 trillion. So I think we're helping set the pace for what ESG should be in finance in the future.
This year, the quality of entries was extremely high, with truly innovative and inspirational examples of the activities and progress that the shortlisted candidates had made.
I'd like to invite Will Alton, Category Judge and Chair of Eurosif, to present this award.
Thank you, Julia, and good evening, everybody. This was a really hard category for the judges to navigate their way through. There's some really strong submissions. But we had a highly commended, and this organisation has an excellent track record of spotting market failure, engaging the industry and coming up with solutions from policy interventions to address them. And they've become very good at it. So highly commended is Aviva Investors.
Well done, Aviva Investments. Now, Will, over to you to announce tonight's winner.
Okay, so the winner of this category, this organisation really impressed the judges. They operate in one of the most precious ecosystems on the planet. And they do that with a great deal of sensitivity to their respect for biodiversity, but working with their clients in some of the most sensitive sectors, both for environment and climate. So the very worthy winner was Santander, Brazil.
Congratulations, Santander, Brazil. Would you like to say a few words? I think you want to say a few words. Go for it.
Very short. Thank you to Finance for the Future. Thank you to the judges. And a special thank you to the team in Brazil that is able to make this come true. So we're very happy and very excited for it. Thank you all.
Well done to all of our winners so far. We're now moving into the last part of the ceremony, the 2023 Leadership Awards. Now, in this section, winners will be announced via video. We'll then invite a representative from each organisation up to the stage to receive a certificate. Or, if you're joining virtually, we'll capture that winning moment on screen with a photo. I'm now going to hand over to Veronica Poole, Vice Chair of Deloitte UK, Global IFRS and Corporate Reporting Leader, to tell you a little bit more about these rewards. Over to you, Veronica.
Good evening. I'm delighted to be here today and have the honor to announce the Leadership Awards. Let me start by quoting the G20. At their latest summit, they reminded us that we are one Earth, one family, and we share one future. They went on to say that the decisions we make now will determine the future of our people and our planet, and these decisions should be made in harmony with our surrounding ecosystem and should focus on concrete actions to address global challenges. And yet the latest UN report on the progress to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals highlights that there is a considerable gap between commitments and actions. We are now at the halfway point towards the 2030 milestone, but we have made limited progress, which the UN has assessed as weak or insufficient, and in some instances they actually said we have gone into reverse. So we need action to get us back on track across the Sustainable Development Goals, and we need to collaborate and learn from each other, as SDG 17 recognizes. This part of the awards is all about collaboration, an opportunity to celebrate and learn from organizations that are taking action, innovating and leading by example. It is the fourth year in which we have recognized climate leaders and told their stories. And we are delighted to have some inspiring examples to share with you once again. This year, we also looked for examples of leadership in nature and biodiversity and social impact. I think we all recognize that addressing climate change successfully cannot be achieved without considering and addressing the impacts of climate change on people and nature. And this means achieving a just transition and restoring harmony with the planet's ecosystems. The judges have selected 6 winners, 3 climate leaders, 2 nature and biodiversity leaders, and 1 social impact leader. Each of them provides inspiration and a learning opportunity for us all. I congratulate them all. Let's hear how our winners are demonstrating leadership and why they have been recognized.
Because we are located in one of the top countries in the World Climate Risk Index, vulnerable to climate change, we at MPIC have a 2-pronged approach to help curb climate change, to help us all. First, to reduce our carbon footprint, and second, to protect nature and biodiversity ecosystems that are natural carbon sinks. This strategy is evident in our holistic and end-to-end approach on ESG, which include our evaluation of investment opportunities, where we include an environmental and social impact assessment, or what we call our ICAEW policy, on top of our usual financial or economic assessment and legal or governance due diligence.
By destroying nature, you're actually making the climate challenge worse. And then as the climate challenge gets worse, so it has an impact on other areas of Brazil, it has an impact on crop yields, for example, it has a negative impact on biodiversity. So the two interlink with each other very, very intimately. And conversely, of course, if we start to restore biodiversity, so if we reforest the Amazon, for example, or we adopt regenerative agricultural techniques across farming communities throughout the world, then we actually start to build resilience and create nature-based solutions for the climate challenge that we face.
Our technology has been able to address a fundamental gap in the society, which is that of a credit paradox. Individuals and small businesses who do not have a credit score because they have been unbanked or underbanked, and they do not have a transaction record, are not able to enter or apply for formal credit from any financial institution because they don't have a credit score or a transaction history. What we have done is we leveraged datasets, alternate datasets, and helped them get that score for that first loan and bridged the gap to formal finance. That has helped individuals who are in need of emergency fund.
We're getting a lot of inquiry, not only from technologies that are startups and how can they perhaps connect to what we're doing, but also from those who are wanting to connect to pipelines and utilize this technology in their industry. So again, this is lowering our emissions and helping our footprint and also giving that lower footprint to our customer. But it's also definitely influential in the industry. Energy industry as well, beyond the agriculture industry, to see that this technology can be operated safely and can actually make a huge difference in removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which is a very powerful incentive and need.
Addressing the climate challenge, one of the most critical issues of our time, is a strategic priority for NatWest. We focused the initial iteration of our climate transition plan on developing plans to support our customers' transition across sectors and systems, as these have the most impact on the UK's carbon footprint and our customers' day-to-day lives.
So the key message is really that it impacts everyone. What we're trying to get across through our training here is that climate is a non-diversifiable risk. It impacts everybody, rather not just those companies that are, particularly related to climate-related impacts or risks. It has a knock-on effect to all companies and all people. So what we try to do with our training is help participants to really dip their toe in that growing ocean of knowledge and help them to understand what are the next steps they can take as they move forward and what other partners they can work with or other resources they can go towards as they build their knowledge and continue along their learning journey.
Congratulations to Metro Pacific Investments Corporation. Well done, Planet Tracker. Please come to the stage and get your certificates. Congratulations to ICAEW International. They can't be with us tonight, but we can give them a round of applause. Congratulations to ADM. Well done, NatWest Group. Come on up. Congratulations to the Sustainable Stock Exchanges Initiative. Give them a wave, everyone.
Well done to all our nature and biodiversity, social impact and climate leaders this evening.
And thank you, Veronica, and congratulations again to all of our leadership winners. Well, that concludes tonight's awards presentations. Congratulations to all our winners, to our highly commended and leadership award recipients tonight. This has been an incredibly challenging year to judge due to the quality of the entries. All of the judges agreed how difficult it was to pick the winners, so every finalist should feel incredibly proud of getting to the final stage. Thank you all for entering and for sharing your remarkable stories, which I'm sure will inspire, influence and inform us all towards greater action. I'm sure you'll all agree that we've seen some excellent examples of organisations driving change towards a more sustainable economy. And I hope you leave here tonight inspired by each other to take action and encouraged by the recognition of the extraordinary work that you've already been doing. Now, if you want to find out more about tonight's winners, or you're thinking of entering the next awards, you'll find information at the back of tonight's awards booklet or by visiting the awards website, financeforthefuture.org. Thank you to all of the finalists, to all of the judges, assessors and award presenters for your commitment during this process, and of course to our virtual audience sharing this evening with us alongside our guests here at Mansion House in London. Finally, I'd like to recognise the commitment of the partner organisations, ICAEW, A4S and Deloitte. We hope you all enjoyed the celebration with us. Thank you and goodbye.